Hey y'all, so today we're going to continue this garden series and we're doing some planters for our front porch. Now, we have our beds and everything prepped, and everything we've planted outside are perennials. So basically we treat the soil, it grows back every year. Pretty chill, pretty low maintenance. Also really fun to keep an eye on and watch. But now, when it comes to your planters and things like that, that's when you get to play with some annuals and color and all the fun stuff. And Rebecca decided to color, and I'm just going to bring it to life here. Hey y'all, we're Josh and Rebecca Addair, and we are so proud to share our story with you. From being raised in a small coal mining town of Matewan, West Virginia, to moving to our dream home in East Tennessee.
When we first laid eyes on our 110-year-old farmhouse, our hearts were filled with nothing but pure joy. We knew right then that this place was going to be our sanctuary and a place for others to gather and experience true mountain hospitality.
We're true Appalachian folk who show our love with a good meal, laughter, a helping hand, and a prayer when needed. Our goal is to give you an authentic look into the Addair family and the wonderful craziness that is our blessed life.
So y'all come on in and make yourselves comfortable. We're glad to have you here, and we can't wait to share a little slice of mountain life with each of you. Welcome home, friends.
These are our planters from last year, and the idea is that we have these higher ones that are kind of like our big, showy, sticky uppy top stuff, and then these are usually colored. Last year we put ferns in these and they done phenomenal. I don't know if it had to do with location. Well, it had a lot to do with location. Also had a lot to do with the fact that these hold so much moisture. So we're going to do that again this year. But underneath, like I said, Rebecca has chosen the color scheme here, and I'm going to make it work. Now, before we get into that though, I do want to talk about each plant that we've decided to put in here and just give you a little back history on those, okay? So this first one is catnip, and this particular one is called Cat's Pajamas, and it is hardy through zones 4 through 8. This gets about 14 inches high at its maturity and attracts all kinds of pollinators and hummingbirds, that kind of thing. Now this guy is going to be our tall, kind of plumy, and keep in mind that when we do these, I'm going to show you how we're going to organize these in a minute, but we're going to go in order of, biggest to small so you see everything. So this is catnip. Okay, these are probably some of my favorite, and I love planting these as annuals. These are the super bells. This particular one is called yellow. These are by proven winners. Now, if you know anything about petunias, I feel like, and I think they've patented this, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If there's another company that sells the super bells, then I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that proven winners was the ones who kind of patented the super bells. In a nutshell, they took everything that you love about a petunia and brought it out in this, and then they took everything that you hate and got rid of it. So they have these in different colors. What do you hate about those? The fact that you have to deadhead them. Guess what? These, what they call bury their own dead. So when one dies, the rest of it kind of backs out into the density, and then it will just grow out. So blooms after blooms, these double, triple in bloom. They grow high. The highest is 12 inches, but then they can spread as far as 14 inches. So, this thing can grow actually 24 inches. So this thing can grow 2 feet round. It could spread in a 2 feet distance, just as one. So what's really cool about these though, even though they do get up to 12 inches high, what we're going to do is we're going to plant them on the edge of the pot. So as the weight starts to grow up, it will trail us over the pots, and they'll be really pretty when they're in full maturity. this next one is called a lobelia. I know that there's probably a more common name. If you know what that is like the plant name. We've never grown this before, but it's very hardy. It's deer resistant. It's good. It blooms from early spring all the way through the fall. It's hardy all the way to 0 degrees. So this dude is pretty tough. I'm excited to see what this does. Again, I've never grown this before, but it looks like at full maturity height, this can also get about 10 inches. And then it can spread about to a foot. So interesting to see what these will do. And then this last one is forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. This is something we've never grew either. It's called a bacopa. Really pretty. Again, Rebecca was like, I like these colors, so I'm just going to make it work. These are, let's see, let me look. These are can get up to 6 inches high, so not very high. They're hardy through 32 degrees. They bloom spring and summer. It says extremely large flowers on well-behaved trailing plant. Blooms freely through the summer heat. Perfect complement to a combination of plantings. So we're going to stick this in these planters and see what they do. Okay. This year, make unforgettable memories with Family Time RV Rentals in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a week-long vacation, Family Time RVs brings the beach to you. Book your Myrtle Beach RV ocean stay today.
If you have a business and are looking for an interesting way to advertise, email us at addairsfarmhouse@gmail.com.
So when it comes to planters, the first thing I'm going to do is I kind of took all of the dirt from last year out, and this is just what's left. But what I'm going to do before I put any more dirt in here, before I feed this soil, any of that, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these in their pots and just kind of figure how we're going to lay this pot out. So for instance, this one will be on the, and Rebecca, you might have to speak up and help me.
Like the right side of the door.
Yeah, so
pretend like you are the door.
Right side of the door.
Yeah.
Then, so this will go to the back because it's high, and this seems deep. So I'm gonna put this here. So it'll be like that.
Yeah. Yes.
And then this guy who is taller will go more to this side, I guess.
Yes.
Here.
In front of slightly, but to the side of.
This will be seen more, right? So should it be closer to this side?
No, because, yeah.
It's taller. All right. So then this guy's going to be smack dab in the middle, in the front. So here. And then we'll have 2 of these on each side of that just to kind of fill it in. Like so. Boom. Boom.
Yeah. I think it looks good.
No?
What do you think?
I like it.
Okay.
Sweet. So now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my gloves on. And we're going to take this potting mix. And I will.
If we need to move that tall darker purple a little bit more in the center, I think that would be fine.
Oh.
Just a smidge. I just don't
like
want them to be so crowded.
it would fit better there.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. With the super petunias. Or what are they called? Is that right?
Super bells.
Super
but
petunias.
yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna work all of this dirt in and around these cups. I feel like I'll probably do better than just.
Famous last words.
Not famous last words.
Josh and I always like to really overfill our planters. You could get away with less plants.
Yeah, this will fill in.
Yeah, you just have to be patient enough to let them spread. So if you can do that and give them just a couple weeks, you're going to have full, beautiful planters.
You could do half.
Yes. Yeah, you could have taken off like the yellows, like the super petunias. You could have done one on each side and it would have been plenty. And then you also probably didn't need this, the extra tall piece. Another thing to know is these are against kind of, they're not 360 with the way that we set them. There is a back to it. That's why we have the tall in the back instead of like the center. So if you are staging these pots at home and you are like people are going to look at them all the way around, you want to put your tallest in the dead center and then put your other stuff around it. Do you want to talk about why you're doing what you're doing?
So what I'm doing is I'm packing all the dirt in around where I'm at. What the biggest issue you'll have when you're planting planters is that, you'll fill it with dirt. And then you're going to need room for the plants themselves to set. So then you're going to dig all the dirt that you just planted in out. And then it's just a consistent cycle. What I do is I like to go ahead and put some dirt in here, and then I will get some water. And I'll just show you. Just stay tuned.
I am the person who Googles the ending of movies, so for me to not understand why he's doing this, I mean, I understand, but if I were watching it and to not understand why he's doing what he's doing,
Yeah, don't fast forward.
I would
Or yell
fast
at your
forward.
TV.
That's exactly what I'd do. Too bad you can't Google the ending of this flower pot. Are you getting dirt in your house shoes?
No. Now, there's dirt all around. Right? Come with me. Okay, all my dirt's around there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to water this. And I know you're thinking I'm crazy, but just hold on. I mean, I ain't going to dispute that, but
I'm not going to say I'm not confused.
this packs the dirt in. Okay, just a little bit of water on the top. Now, check this out. Okay, so now I can Alright. Now I can go in and pull these out of here. And look, my hole's created for my plant.
think you know things.
I will water that down just a little. Okay. I'm gonna throw some plant tongue in each of these holes.
Such a distinct smell.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the stink.
Yeah. Yes. Now, I will pull this guy out. Tease the bottom of it just a little bit. See how I want to sit.
So even doing it that way, you will have to dig, but it's not as much.
No, it's
That way. Nope.
Ooh. For real, for real. Working on getting all that dirt off at the same time.
Yeah.
probably do one more of these.
Okay. Rain barrels.
This year, make unforgettable memories with Family Time RV Rentals in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a week-long vacation, Family Time RVs brings the beach to you. Book your Myrtle Beach RV ocean stay today. If you would like to advertise your business during an episode of Addairs Farmhouse, feel free to email addairsfarmhouse@gmail.com.
Do you want to hit the side of the pot with that too if you're done? You want to just take it down the side of the pot? Or no? I didn't know. You said cleaning the water, so I didn't know if you noticed that or not.
Not at all. Okay, so she looks a little rough because of the heaviness of the water. They all kind of laid down. They would do this even when it rained. However, everything will pick back up. This will fill in, and these will just start to spill over. A couple of years ago, they literally were just covering the whole pot. You couldn't see it. They were touching the porch. So we'll put this in place, and then I'm going to plant the other one. All right, so these are for our ferns, and I'm just going to put some more dirt in here. Now, for the most part, what's already in this is rock. Again, these are all one-sided, so what I'm going to do is back most of this dirt out to one side and put it more towards one side or the other. Couple of pointers with Boston ferns. For the longest time I couldn't keep these things alive, and I could not figure out why. Here's my best advice. If you're hanging these about every 2 weeks, take them, get you a can, or like I used a trash can that was bigger than the planter it was in. Fill it completely full of water, put you a little bit of Epsom salt in that water, and dunk this whole thing in the submerge it completely in water. I'm talking plant and all. Hold it down. Let the bubbles stop. You're gonna drown it. Put it in the water, push it underneath till all the bubbles stop. All the air is out of the soil and all of the roots. When it's done, pull it back out. Sopping wet, just hang it back up. That's what you do. Every 2 weeks, these things will stay lush and nice. They just like a lot of water. Now, something else I learned last year. I'm not doing this year, but you can save a lot of money with Boston ferns. I could take this plant, I can pull it out of this pot. I can take this root ball, take a shovel, split this into 4s. There'll be 4 sections of this plant. They're not going to look real significant. I can put one of those in this planter, and by the end of spring, it will be this big. So you can actually split these from the moment they're alive. So instead of paying $18 for one, or for $18 each for 4, I can pay $18 one time, split that one into 4s, be a little patient, and then I'll have 4 by the end of the season. All right, so I'm going to, this isn't a hanging plant because that's how we bought it. We bought these from the big box stores. We have not made it over to our local greenhouse yet, but we're going, and when we go, we'll take y'all with us. We have an awesome greenhouse here locally called Couch's Farms, and they have some of the most amazing plants and are some of the most helpful people. All right, so I took this out. That's step one. Now I'm going to get in here, down close to these roots. Turn this upside down. Shake it out. All right, I'm going to tease this just a little. And the reason you do this is the growth pattern of this is in this shape of a pot. Once you tease these, it kind of encourages their feet to start branching out. So, I'm gonna decide if that's the way I want it. And
She's pretty.
I think that'll do. And then from the back, notice I left all this space in the back. I'm gonna fill my dirt in around it. Make some more. Get the tag out. Now I'm going to get this in place. We're going to give all these a big deep soaking. Again, ferns do really good in these big pots. One, because we keep them up on the porch, up out of the direct sun. And two, because this is so deep, it holds moisture for so long. So they just thrive in these pots. All right, let's get them in place and then we'll show you. All right, so just went to grab the hose to save on time. We're going to do a big, deep watering in these. This has got to be like tons and tons of water just to set them up really good. We're going to rinse all this mud off that comes from the soil. We've got a mess over there where we were planting. So just some general cleanup here. And it's getting dark. There we go. Sorry, come out of the hole. So.
Such a dreary day, but I love it. Like it, I don't know. Like the fog on the mountains. Oh, just fucking so pretty.